For today, my final non-storyline video of VEDS, I am going to respond to Caleb's challenge. Specifically, the 6 words listed, even more specifically, the word mask. Now, Caleb, I am admittedly cheating a little bit. I'm using a different version of the word mask, mask spelled Q-U-E instead of with a K. I hope that's okay. As you all know, I have a tendency to have facial hair, and yes, I promise that this is related. This mostly stems from laziness, although it did start out as spite, because my high school didn't allow us to have facial hair. For the most part, the only time that I shaved or trimmed it was for a show. The one exception to that, without fail, was always Fall Masques. So, Theta Alpha Phi, the theater fraternity that I was a part of in college that no longer exists, always threw 2 masks each year. There was Fall Masque, which was a costume party and where the pledges of the fraternity were introduced, and then there was Spring Masque, which was more formal and was where the pledges officially became new members. Each Fall Masque had a different theme, and I, inevitably, always went with a character that required me to shave. You will also notice that most of these characters had different hairstyles as well, and I didn't go that far, but I did always shave. For this final challenge video of the year, I figured that I could go through all of those masks and talk about the characters and the costumes that I put together for them. For my very first Fall Masque, the fall of 2009, I don't quite remember what the theme was, but I think it was something like childhood heroes. And I went as Bill Nye the Science Guy. Full disclosure, I don't remember where I got that lab coat. But, although you can't see it in this picture due to the placement of my hand, I was wearing a black bow tie decorated with spots. This bow tie did belong to me, but it was just plain black. I made a bunch of little dots out of paper that I taped all over the bow tie. The dress shirt I wore under the lab coat also belonged to me. The next mask, the fall of 2010, and the year that I pledged, was themed animated action. I went as Chucky Finster from Rugrats. I went out and bought the light blue sweatshirt and already owned the green pants. I found the exact planet that was on Chucky's shirt, printed it off, and taped it to the shirt. I then printed off a single block of light green, cut it into little rectangles, and taped them all over my pants. Most of them did not survive the night. My third mask, the fall of 2011, and the mask where Pip and I met for the second time, was themed movies. I went as Wash from Firefly because while he started out as a TV character, Firefly did get a movie in Serenity, so it counted. The Hawaiian shirt I already owned, and I went to a little shop downtown to get those dinosaurs. I have no idea where those dinosaurs ended up, fun fact. My fourth mask, the fall of 2012, was themed End of the World, because that was when the world ended because of the Mayan calendar. This was the first year where I decided that I didn't need to shave, because I was just gonna go as the last man on Earth. Keep the shaggy look, tear up some old clothes, and boom, you have a costume. Then I was at a Goodwill with Jeb, and I found a leather jacket, and I said, oh crap, now I gotta go as Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. As I mentioned, the leather jacket was bought at Goodwill, the black shirt and pants were already owned by me, and I don't quite remember where the red dress shirt came from. Most of the items in this outfit I don't really have anymore, but in case you are curious, I do in fact still have that leather jacket. My fifth and final mask, the fall of 2013, and the mask where Pip became my little, I honestly don't remember what the theme was, despite this one being the closest to my current time. But what I do remember is that I went as Rumpelstiltskin from Once Upon a Time. I definitely went out and bought that yellow shirt, probably the best too, but that I don't remember as much. It's pretty much impossible to see in the picture, but I also got some glitter-like thing to put on my skin and shirt because it's the closest I could get to the makeup effect from the TV show. It was not actual glitter because I would still be finding it now, 12 years later, if it was. All in all, I always enjoyed Masque, even if my face was always cold because of it. And it was always fun trying to piece these costumes together as someone who had no idea what he was doing and had the budget of a college student who didn't really have a job. Hello, it's a different day because I realized that I forgot to film an official send-off. It's absolutely wild to me that there's only 2 days left of VEDS. Like, I don't know about y'all, but to me it kind of feels like we just started yesterday. I don't know how I've made 28 videos already, because I just started yesterday, and that's a lot of videos to make in 2 days. I don't know what it is about this particular VEDS, because while I've experienced similar feelings to this in past VEDS, just something about this year, it feels like it's gone by much quicker than it usually does. And there's a part of me that's really not ready for it to end. Don't get me wrong, it'll be nice to not have to work on videos on a daily basis, but, you know, this has been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed doing what I was doing over here with the whole storyline, and as always, I enjoyed watching all of y'all's content. So yeah, little sad the end of VEDS approaches, but it has been a lot of fun. So I'm going to reflect on that, plus we do still have 2 more days worth of content to watch, so not too much to complain about. So, to my friends and fellow VEDSies, I will see all of you